Hello, Capricorn. We're going to do a different type of reading today. But before we get started, I did want to just touch base with everyone quickly. I did mention in another video, now that I've had the channel up for a little while, and I am more comfortable, as I hope are some of you, as we get to know each other more through the readings. I did want to just clarify what my channel is for, or whom it is for. There are so many fantastic readers here on YouTube. And so I wanted to just make quick work of letting people know whom I am here to serve. There's a little bit of everything in my readings, but I am primarily here to serve people that are in transition, people who are in need. Everyone certainly is welcome here, but I am not the type of channel who, I don't do the, your soulmate is coming every week. That's just not my, I'm unable. That's not how my gift works. It's not how my site works. And that's not to say that the readers who have that ability are less. They're not. They're wonderful. But I primarily serve people who are in transition. And you may need me once, you may need me 100 times, but I just don't have that ability. So I'm called to read a certain way and a certain number of times a month, certain times of the month. And that's how I do it. So, with that being said, Capricorn, today's reading is a Tower reading, or a Shatter False Illusion spread. And that's what we were going to do for you. So let's see where we are. Okay, Capricorn, the first card talks about what is no longer true for you. And I think that this card talks about you no longer wanting to be around or serve the part of yourself that talks about engaging in, bitter conflicts. So now give me 1 minute, Capricorn. Just something, this happened with Sagittarius too. So if you were involved in a relationship where someone was playing games, and I mean really nasty games, testing you, sending you texts to see how you would react, talking to people in your circle about you, You don't want to do that anymore. If you were the person doing that because you felt so driven by emotion, you're beyond that. Your feelings for that person are not at that level anymore. If this person was doing it to you, they've stopped doing that. What is sparking you right now? What feeling is waking you up in your heart? It's much more charitable. It may have even gotten to the point where you fell so low, or you saw this person sink so low that it almost made you feel just pity. Or you may have felt that you were sinking so low. And I don't mean that as a judgmental thing. I mean, we've all been in that place where we've just been, we just catch ourselves. We just, we send that last text. It's like 50th text, and you're like, what am I doing? And I think it, this is a Tower reading, and by nature, the Tower is interpreted in a lot of ways, but some interpretations, what the Tower is a moment of clarity. You're just, it's something unstable where it's meant to be destroyed. It's meant to be knocked off of its foundation. But it's also a moment of clarity where that moment where you get over something. And again, we've all had that moment where you just look and you're like, what am I doing? And it softens you. It softens you, and it brings you back to your humanity. It brings you back to the place you were when you were clear-headed, and your mind was clear. And you want to go back to being a human being versus being someone just obsessed over getting a reaction, getting that text message, getting this person to prove something to you. And I think what's waking you up at this moment, it has to do more with charity, being kind to people, helping that old lady cross the street, that kind of vibe. This card can talk about what kind of tricks in the material world go on, what kind of tricks work on your mind. I think people saying nice things, people playing, sort of placating your ego. I think that's your issue right now. If it has to do with an ex, if they do send you texts, oh baby, I love you, I miss you, that kind of thing, that may be a weakness. Or people trying to talk to you about, hey, listen, we're all, great looking and young, let's go out and conquer the world again. You're really trying to focus on your higher self right now. And I think people really talking about, how good looking you are, or how many great attributes you have, and getting back out there, or whether this is business or relationship. I think really focusing on a lot of things that have to do with vanity, money. I think that's really what's, that's a downfall right now for you. That's something that's taking you away from this higher place you're trying to get to right now. This talks about what you need to, a belief you need to release right now. If you are focusing on, okay, one moment, Capricorn, something is coming Okay, so the two different, a couple of things. If you were thinking about, if you're wondering if there's a third party, so this is very specific. If you're wondering if there's a third party, let that go. Just let it, kick it out. Because you don't really want to know the answer either way. And I will tell you why. If there is a third party, you're going to obsess over that in a number of ways. Who are they? Are they better? What could I have done? Blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter anyway. If there's no third party, then you're going to say, well, was it me? Was I not attractive enough? Is there still room for us to get back together? What? Even worse, why? Why? It doesn't matter either way. So let that go. Now there's something else here. Give me a moment. Okay. For others of you, there is a perfect, you have a perfect person, or you're idolizing this person. You have to take this person off a pedestal. I'm sorry, Capricorn. I really need to. I'm listening so hard that I can't. This one is okay. Right. You need to. You need to take this person off of a pedestal, or that there is a perfect person. You need to get this belief out of your... You're either going through too many people and sabotaging each one of these relationships and then getting more bitter with each one, or you put this person on a pedestal, and so it's not just about this person and you having broken up. The way you're viewing this, the belief about this, is that you're taking this to heart in a way that's not just about a normal breakup, but it's affecting you. You're holding people to a standard that's too high. You're holding people to a standard that's too high. You need to let that go. And I apologize that took me so long, but that was important. This talks about new possibilities forming. I talked about the tower and what the significance of the tower was. You really coming to this truly accepting this situation. The tower can talk about something that was unstable. It was never going to work out, being knocked off of its foundations. And that moment, of clarity when you really accept a situation. I think the possibility of you really accepting this situation for what it is, and that's a fantastic possibility, because once you've accepted something, you can move on. How you can open yourself to new possibilities, new inspiration. I think a slow and steady move. I think a dry spell with no one else. Getting to know yourself a little better, really communicating with yourself about your own needs. Starting all over again. And I think this moves you toward that new feeling of inspiration, getting to know yourself again. What clears the way for what you don't need? Finding your balance again. I think now you're feeling you're off balance. You need to find that balance again. You know, whether that be with finance, with emotion. I think you're feeling like you're doing a lot of dancing back and forth, jumping from one foot to the other. You may have even felt like you were trying to be someone for this person, maybe buying clothes you didn't have or things like that. What risks should you take? Possibly a move. Possibly a move. Something to keep in mind, Capricorn. It's a very big, it's a big thing to get on board with, but possibly a move. Possibly just, you know, if you have an opportunity for something like that, that may be something you want to think about. Change of scenery.